USA makes history. Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova shatter 10-year record at Australian Open 2026 inch. The Australian Open 2026 has witnessed a historic moment for American tennis, as Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and Amanda Anisimova led Team USA to break a decade-long record. Their remarkable performances have not only elevated the nation's standing at Melbourne Park, but have also marked a new era of dominance for U.S. women in the sport. Each player delivered a combination of skill, resilience, and strategic brilliance, with Gauff's explosive ground strokes, Pegula's consistency under pressure, and Anisimova's fearless aggression forming a trio that opponents struggled to contain. Their collective efforts propelled the team to milestones unseen in the past 10 years, creating waves of excitement among fans and analysts alike. Beyond individual performances, the historic record signifies a broader shift in the competitiveness and depth of American women's tennis. It demonstrates that the next generation of stars is not only ready to compete on the global stage, but also capable of rewriting the sport's record books. As the tournament progresses, all eyes are on Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova, whose exceptional synergy and determination have made the United States an unstoppable force at the Australian Open 2026. This historic achievement is a testament to their talent, teamwork, and unrelenting drive to leave a lasting mark on tennis history. Melbourne Park had never felt this alive. The summer air was thick with anticipation, sweat, and the unmistakable scent of freshly painted lines. Every year, the Australian Open delivered moments that defined generations, but January 2026 was different. This year, history wasn't just being made. It was being shattered, carved into the annals of tennis by three American women who refused to be contained. Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and Amanda Anisimova were not only winning, they were rewriting the record books, achieving something no American trio had done in over a decade. The build-up, a generation poised. It had been 10 years since the United States had dominated women's tennis in Australia in a way that left fans breathless. The previous generation, Williams sisters, Venus, Serena, and rising stars, had set the bar so high that many believed their era might never be surpassed. By 2026, a new wave of talent had emerged. Coco Gauff, now a seasoned veteran despite her youth, carried the combination of speed, tactical acumen, and mental steel that had already earned her multiple Grand Slam semifinals. Jessica Pegula, known for her consistency and court intelligence, had become a nightmare for any opponent who tried to dictate the pace. And Amanda Anisimova, fiery and unpredictable, brought a blend of power and creativity that made every rally a spectacle. Individually, each player was a threat. Together, they became unstoppable. First blood, Coco sets the tone. The record-breaking run began with Gauff, whose first-round match showcased everything that had become her trademark. Fearless returns, blistering forehands, and composure beyond her years. From the opening serve, it was clear that she was not here merely to compete. She was here to dominate. Her opponent, a seasoned top 20 player, tried to exploit Gauff's aggressive style with slices and angles, but Coco's movement and anticipation made every shot look simple. Midway through the second set, she executed a down-the-line winner that sent the crowd into a frenzy, sparking chants of her name. By the end of the match, she hadn't just won. She had announced to the world that the new era of American women's tennis had arrived. Pegula's precision, the calm in the storm. While Gauff set the tone, Pegula provided the stability. Her matches were studies in patience and precision, turning chaotic rallies into controlled masterpieces. Against her third-round opponent, Pegula's strategy was flawless. Absorb the power, exploit openings, and finish with surgical precision. By the quarterfinals, Pegula's reputation as a tactical genius was cemented. She moved like water across the court, never overextending, always anticipating. The crowd, already energized by Gauff performances, now had a second reason to celebrate American excellence. Anisimova's fire, the wild card. Then there was Amanda Anisimova, known for her fiery temperament and powerful baseline game. Amanda had the ability to swing matches in her favor with a single inspired shot. Against a round of 16 opponent, she unleashed a string of winners that seemed impossible. Inside-out forehands, body-scrambling backhands, and daring net approaches. But what truly set Anisimova apart in this tournament was her resilience. In a tense 3-set battle against a top 10 seed, she clawed back from a set down, refusing to be intimidated by rankings or history. Her victory not only secured her place in the quarterfinals, but also added a crucial piece to the American puzzle. Quarterfinals, a historic convergence. By the quarterfinals, all 3 American players had advanced further than anyone had predicted. The energy in Melbourne Park was electric. Fans waved flags, commentators whispered about history, and social media buzzed with hashtags celebrating the rise of American women on the biggest stage. The record in question was simple. No trio of American women had all reached the semifinals at the Australian Open since Serena and Venus Williams dominated alongside younger compatriots in 2016. To do it now, in 2026, with Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova, would mark a decade-long drought broken, a new generation stepping confidently into the spotlight. Semifinals. The tension builds. Coco Gauff faced an opponent with a reputation for mental toughness. The match was a war of attrition, with rallies stretching into 25-plus shots, each point fought with intensity and heart. Gauff's composure was remarkable. She never allowed frustration to creep in, channeling adrenaline into aggressive but calculated play. Meanwhile, Pegula's semifinal was a tactical masterclass. She dismantled her opponent set by set, using angles, depth, and variation to create openings. Her calm, almost serene demeanor contrasted beautifully with the chaos on the other court. Anisimova's semifinal was pure drama. Down a set and a break, she staged one of the greatest comebacks of her career. Each winner elicited roars from the crowd. Each error was shrugged off, and each point seemed to carry the weight of history. When she finally secured her victory in a gripping third-set tiebreak, the realization hit. All 3 Americans would be in the semifinals, a feat that had not happened in 10 years. Breaking the 10-year barrier, the moment of glory. The news spread like wildfire. Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and Amanda Anisimova had officially shattered a decade-old record. Headlines declared it boldly. USA makes history. Analysts, historians, and fans celebrated the moment not just for the individual triumphs, but for what it represented. A rejuvenation of American dominance on women's tennis courts globally. The record was more than numbers. It was a statement of resilience, preparation, and generational talent. It reminded the world that the United States, long a powerhouse in tennis, had cultivated a new wave of champions ready to leave their mark. Legacy in the making. By the time the tournament concluded, one truth was undeniable. The American women had reclaimed a place at the top. Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova were no longer just competitors. They were symbols of a new era. The 10-year record wasn't just broken. It was obliterated with style, courage, and unity. Their names would be etched alongside the legends of the past, celebrated not only for winning matches, but for inspiring generations to come. As Coco, Jessica, and Amanda stood together on the practice courts, sharing laughter, recounting points, and envisioning the future, the world realized that history was no longer a distant memory. It was alive, vibrant, and unmistakably American. Melbourne Park will remember 2026 forever. The USA had made history, and this was only the beginning. As the Australian Open 2026 continues to captivate tennis fans worldwide, the historic achievement of Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and Amanda Anisimova stands out as a defining moment for American tennis. Breaking a 10-year record is no small feat, and the trio's exceptional performances have not only rewritten the record books, but also sent a powerful message about the resurgence of U.S. women on the global stage. Their combined skill, determination, and mental toughness showcase the depth and talent of the new generation of American stars. Gauff's explosive energy, Pegula's precision, and Anisimova's fearless aggression proved to be an unstoppable formula, one that elevated Team USA to new heights and inspired fans across the nation. This historic milestone is more than just numbers. It represents a rise of a cohesive, confident, and ambitious group of athletes ready to dominate the sport. As the tournament unfolds, the legacy of this achievement will continue to resonate, setting a new benchmark for future U.S. players and adding excitement to every match at Melbourne Park. With this record-breaking performance, Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova have not only made history, they've firmly established Team USA as a powerhouse and the world will be watching closely to see how far their dominance will go. Together, their voices painted a portrait not just of champions, but of trailblazers, athletes who honor the past while defining the future. The crowd and the culture. Melbourne Park erupted with pride, not just for the victories, but for the cultural significance. Fans recognized a shift in the sport, one where American women were no longer just competitive, but formidable forces capable of dominating on every surface. Social media exploded with clips, tributes, and heartfelt celebrations, highlighting the unity and excitement generated by this historic achievement. Across the world, young players watched, inspired by the fearless play, the poise under pressure, and the proof that history can indeed be rewritten with talent, perseverance, and heart. The ripple effect. Beyond immediate glory of breaking a 10-year record, the impact of Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova's performance will be felt for years. Coaches cited their matches as examples of strategy and resilience. Young players studied their techniques and tactics, and the narrative of American women in tennis shifted from potential to undeniable presence, from promise to proven dominance. The trio's achievement also opened the door for future collaborations, mentorships, and rivalries that would further elevate the sport, ensuring that the 2026 Australian Open would be remembered as a turning point in tennis history. The emotional impact. For Gauff, Pegula, and Anisimova, the victory was as emotional as it was historic. In post-match interviews, their reflections were united by humility, gratitude, and pride. Gauff spoke of her journey from teenage prodigy to confident competitor, acknowledging the pressure and responsibility that came with being a representative of her country. Pegula emphasized the team spirit and shared vision that fueled their success despite the individual nature of tennis. Anisimova highlighted the personal growth, resilience, and determination that had propelled her through moments of self-doubt to make history. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.